I'm guessing the pandering is going to be at an all-time high this election. No, I think you're wrong. Judging by where we're at in the electoral cycle right now, in the election cycle right now, and how little pandering that the Biden camp has done, it's going to be an all-time low. I don't know a single damn thing we're in the election cycle. Primaries have started. I don't know a single position of Joe Biden's. Not one position. I don't know the talking points. I haven't heard a single argument as to why you have to vote for Joe. I don't know a single damn thing. What's his platform? Why are we supposed to be voting for him? He's not even saying the lame shit that he did last time. Like, I'm here to restore the soul of the nation, Jack. Fascism is coming and I got to stop it. I'm the only man who can stop it. He hasn't even done that. He hasn't even been like, I'm not Trump. That's the crazy part. You guys are saying, well, he's not Trump. He's not even communicating that. That would be at least communicating a coherent narrative on the campaign. There is no coherent narrative on the campaign. Guys, that's crazy. You have to understand. That is absolutely insane. He just started doing rallies like yesterday, okay? He just started doing rallies like this week. I can't even find an issue section on his website. That's awesome. There's no issue section on his website? January 6th, abortion.
Freedom. Personal freedom is fundamental to who we are as Americans.
Abortion, gay rights.
Nothing more sacred.
That's been the work of my first term, to fight for our democracy.
This shouldn't be a red or blue issue.
To protect our rights, to make sure that everyone in this country is treated equally and that everyone is given a fair shot at making it. But you know, around the country, MAGA extremists are lining up to take on those bedrock freedoms, cutting Social Security.
Okay, signaling that, Republicans vote for me, don't vote for the MAGA extremists, okay? Independents and moderates.
That you paid for your entire life while cutting taxes for the very wealthy, dictating what healthcare decisions women can make, banning books, and telling people who they can love, all while making it more difficult for you to be able to vote.
It's kind of funny that he didn't do any of these things, by the way. Like, that's besides the point, because the bar is in hell that, what are the issues? Like, what are the vibes of the campaign? We're finally seeing, how the campaign is going to structure itself. What are the issues it's going to care about and what the vibes are going to look like? But if we get to the point where it's like, what has he done to defend those issues? Not great.
When I ran for president 4 years ago, I said we're in a battle for the soul of America, and we still are. The question...
Yeah, remember exactly what I ran for 4 years ago. We're still doing that. It's like Trump being like, make America great again. Dude, incumbent campaigns are awesome. It's always so fun. It's just like, let's run it back again.
What we're facing is whether in the years ahead we have more freedom or less freedom, more rights or fewer. I know what I want the answer to be, and I think you do too. This is not a time to be complacent.
The other chatter earlier was asking why Biden's approval ratings are down if voters don't care about Gaza. Biden's approval ratings are down because he's 7,000 years old. People have seen a depreciation of their quality of life and a negative real wage growth for at least almost 2 of the years of the Brandon regime. Okay, that's not going to go away that easily. Obviously, the economy is experiencing the soft landing that the Brandon camp correctly pointed to. Okay, we're in the process of that soft landing, but you're not going to forget the other shit. You're not going to forget half of the fucking, you're not going to forget the half of the Brandon regime where your life sucked dick. Okay, so those are the reasons why his approval ratings are low. Okay, his approval ratings have been low. You're talking about before the ethnic cleansing campaign that he lent full support to, okay, before Israel and before October 7, before October 8, there were polls coming out before the primary season officially launched where 75% of the Democratic Party's voters wanted a different candidate. There was a poll that showed that an unnamed generic Democrat would outperform Biden by 18 points. 18 points. The Democratic Party ethos is strong. Okay? Literally meaningless poll, dude. Come on. That's not meaningless at all. 75% of the Democratic Party saying that they want a different candidate is meaningless. Like, that's 3 months ago. You're hyper focusing on the unnamed generic Democrat without seeing the point. The point I'm making is that the Democratic Party's own voters wanted fresh blood. I don't know what to tell you. Then be the fresh blood. Thanks. Yeah, I'll be the fresh blood. You got it. Yeah, but the unnamed would do better. But once they are named, it changes big time. No, the unnamed is important to understand because it shows policies, okay? It shows how people feel about like the Democratic Party in general. Plus, it doesn't matter if inflation is kind of leveled out. The prices stayed higher than they were before inflation took place. Plus, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I mean, that's how inflation works. What you're describing is deflation, like the need for the prices to go down once again. Prices increasing cannot outpace wages increasing. That's it. And when prices increasing outpace wages increasing, which did happen, okay? When that happens, you're cooked. The point is, obviously, price increases are not going to go away. Inflation is going to be there. It's a growing economy. It's just that the goal is to make sure that the wage increases outpace the price increases overall. Now, obviously, there's a lot of massaging of those numbers that a lot of people engage in, especially liberal economists, okay? One way to show that we have a lot of wage growth that doesn't necessarily change your bill at the end of the month is due to the fact that your healthcare is paid for with your salary. It's tied to your employment. So when healthcare prices skyrocket and your company is still paying for said healthcare prices and your premiums, right? That qualifies as wage growth. Your take-home pay didn't increase because your wages technically on paper increased because your benefits are added to that, but your take-home pay has not increased at all, and the price of goods has increased, so now you got a pay cut. You got a massive pay cut. In some instances, your take-home pay might even decrease. Rent is going up. Big-ticket items are going up still. And your wages cannot compete with that. And everyone is turning around and saying, no, don't worry. Your wages are actually competing with that. I promise. When they're saying that, they're basically talking about your healthcare prices going up that your company is covering. So technically on paper, your wages have increased because your benefits package is like better, but it's not better. It's just more expensive, right? That's the problem with neoliberalism. Every aspect, every social spending, every dime spent is still going back to private healthcare, private institutions, private middlemen that don't actually have a genuine vested interest in healing you or solving a problem. Their only interest is profit. Anyway, Brandon is not going to individually solve any of that and would not be able to solve any of that regardless. But he's not even doing a good job massaging the narrative overall. I don't know what the fuck's up with that.
That's why I'm running for re-election. Because I know America. I know we're good and decent people. I know we're still a country that believes in honesty and respect, and treating each other with dignity. That we're a nation where we give hate no safe harbor. We believe that everyone is equal.
Pac-Man, who's normally logical, somebody who currently shouts how amazing the income is for everybody currently, it drives me insane. I agree with your view on it. Yeah, I don't know why people don't make that assessment. Like, on paper, yes, on paper, wages are going up. Wages are going up. Okay. But your take home pay is not. Where are they going up? They're going up because your healthcare costs are going up. A lot of liberal economists keep saying wages are going up. Went up for who? I mean, when you look at it, it went up for lower wage workers in general. It did. It went up way higher for lower wage workers, and it actually didn't go up at all for middle income people like management, lower management positions and shit like that. What? But wages shouldn't be tied to your employment. It should be a flat rate that's the same for everyone provided to you by the government. That's awesome. Yeah, you're right. Totally. What do you say to the people who say inflation is due to wage increases? I laugh at that notion because inflation has been consistent when wage increases were not happening. That is just pure post hoc rationalization and copium. The notion that like, oh, dude, well, you guys wanted, people to get paid better and now hamburgers are more expensive. It's like, that's so insane that you said that. Like, the wage increases came after the worst inflation, like the worst increases in inflation. What the fuck are you talking about? These guys are supposed to be the smart econ guys too. Like, I'm not a very smart guy at all. Remember COVID? The inflation was crazy during that, and most people couldn't even keep their job. But yeah, people say the McChicken is $2.69 now. Like, sure, that's a real index. People do look at that, the Big Mac. However, it's not just that. There's a lot of amenities that we care about that you could live without technically, but it kind of is the whole point of living in this project, in the American project, is that you get the treats. So when your treats that you could cast aside and penny pinch on go away, then, well, the project kind of falls apart big time, as a matter of fact. Okay? Anyway, how the fuck do we get here? Oh, Brandon.
That everyone should be given a fair shot to succeed in this country.
Thank you for choosing us.
Every generation Americans have faced a moment when they have to defend democracy. Stand up for our personal freedom. Stand up for the right to vote and our civil rights.
The general population isn't going to care about technicalities about how abortion rights were lost. They're going to tie their abortion rights loss to it happening under Biden, and Biden isn't offering any path to get the abortion rights back. You're wrong on that. No. I think Trump will try to frame it, if he's smart, to make it seem like it happened under Biden, which would be laughable, while simultaneously still claiming that he is responsible for it in front of an evangelical audience, while simultaneously saying that actually Brandon is responsible for it in a broader audience, because Trump does shit like that all the time. But having said that, no. Abortion is very much a Republican thing. It's very much in the hands of the Republicans. It's 100% something that Americans understand is the Republican Party's responsibility. You can get MAGA Trumpers to potentially believe in that. The most hardline MAGA Republicans are already anti-abortion anyway, like the evangelical freaks. That's why they love Trump the most. So there's no reason. Like, the most malleable part of the Trump base that is more readily able to believe him already fucking hate abortion and think Trump is God King for, yeeting abortion in general. The only thing standing between the U.S. and complete chaos in the streets is a $5 jalapeno poppers at Applebee's, and it's not even a joke. Yes, you're absolutely correct on this. That's not even a joke. Americans need their treats. All of the death and destruction that we deal overseas, well, it's valid if it's offering us treats that we can consume at a relatively affordable price. Here's the 3-minute ad break now, by the way, speaking of treats.
And this is our moment.
We, the people, will not be silent. God love you.
So if you're with me, go to joebiden.com and sign up. Let's finish this job. I know we can, because this is the United States of America. There's nothing, simply nothing we cannot do if we do it together.
Finish the job, Brandon. Start fucking nuking Texas. What are we doing? Finish the fucking job. It's time to get the National Guard in Texas to go in and arrest Governor Greg Abbott, okay?
La 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 la, no DMCA, la 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 la, no DMCA, la